Hi everyone, welcome to Financial Management. I'll be your instructor, Beth Hadley, and we're going to get started on Chapter 2. Now, in Chapter 2, it's called Accounting and Financial Statements. I know you've all done financial statements, income statement, balance sheet, and such in accounting. This one's going to be a little bit different because in Financial Accounting 1, as well as Financial Accounting 2, we looked at small businesses, small sole proprietorship businesses, okay, owned by one. Now, this chapter and this textbook actually look more at corporations, okay? So there's going to be a bit of new terminology related to the financial statements. And also, if you noticed in Accounting 1, sometimes different words meant the same thing. And you're going to see that in this with this textbook as well. So, for example, sometimes they were called non-current assets. Sometimes they were called long-term assets. Just different things like that. Net income. Sometimes it was called profit. So they mean the same thing, but different words sometimes are used to replace other words or phrases. And it's going to be the same thing in this textbook. So, for example, instead of calling it the balance sheet, this textbook, and sometimes in industry, you'll see it called Statement of Financial Position, okay, or Statement of Income instead of Income Statement. Okay, so that's why we're going to spend a little bit of extra time going over this chapter because it's not all review. Okay, so there's going to be a few different things. Also, for corporations, the owner's equity section looks a little bit different. So for a sole proprietor, you had owner's equity and it dealt with beginning owner's equity or opening owner's equity or capital as of January 1st. And now with a corporation, the ownership happens with shares, okay? So we're going to have share capital in the owner's equity section. And that is how much individual investors have spent on shares, to own shares in the corporation. And also, instead of net income, when it comes to the owner's equity section, it is called retained earnings, okay? So if you think of it this way, earnings or net income, earnings that have been retained in the company. And what that refers to is sometimes in corporations, earnings get paid out to shareholders, okay? And they get paid out with something called dividends. So when we're looking at the owner's equity section of the statement of financial position or the balance sheet, you're going to see share capital. So how much the corporation has taken in from investors for shares that they've sold, and also retained earnings. So it's the accumulation of earnings throughout the years of the corporation that haven't been paid out in dividends. Okay. So at this point now, we will, I'll actually create another video and walk you through some of the PowerPoints, some of the sample statements that we're talking about. And if you have any questions throughout this chapter or any chapter, just let me know. Okay? Thanks, everyone. And again, welcome to Financial Management. Bye.